Anyway, doing this the hard way because, again, Daily Mail don't know how to format their website. Drunk businesswoman 39 who glassed a pub drinker after he wrongly guessed that she was 43 is spared jail after female judge says one person's banter may be insulting to others. Well, shit, if that's the precedent, anytime someone insults me, I can glass them in the face and I won't go to jail. God damn, what a message to send out to people. A drunk businesswoman who glassed a pub drinker after he wrongly guessed her age has been spared jail after a female judge said one person's banter may be insulting to others. That is the dumbest, gayest shit that I have ever heard, man. When it's like, oh, were you offended? Oh, that's fine then. It was totally cool for you to scar this man for life. Like that's fine. I mean, if that's the message that this judge wants to send out, that you can disfigure someone if what they said offended you, then good god damn, I am. Woo! Don't come near me. I'm about to do some shit. Mother of one, Joan Dodd, 39, flew into a rage, like Hoodie, and attacked Carol Cooper after he suggested that she was 43 in the beer garden of the Unicorn pub in Manchester city centre on September the 9th last year. Mr. Cooper fled to the toilet in a bid to get away from the heated situation, but when he came out, Dodd ran towards him and twice shoved her wine glass in his face. He was left with a 4-inch laceration on his face, narrowly missing his eye, so she almost fucking blinded the guy, and an injury to his thumb. When quizzed, Dodd, who runs a firm which organises children's sleepover parties, there's a service. That's gay and weird. I don't like that. What is that? Organises children's sleepover parties? Well, like a birthday thing. How do you organise a sleepover? Here, everyone, here's fucking Return of the King. Watch that and then fuck off to bed. I don't get it. I don't get that. That's a weird thing. It said she was suffering from low self-esteem at the time. Oh, that's a shame, I guess. Oh, yeah, you felt low at the time. That's fine. It's totally cool. You nearly blinded a guy. And said the banter was disobliging towards her. A fucking tough shit. You look 43. You fucking... Jesus Christ. You fucking, she's 40. I can tell that woman's in her 40s. Like, I mean, she looks like she's in her fucking 40s, dumb bitch. At Manchester Crown Court, Dodd, who is from Swinton and Salford, faced up to 3 years in jail under sentencing guidelines after she admitted inflicting grievous bodily harm. However, she was spared jail and handed a suspended sentence after Judge Elizabeth Nichols said she was a dedicated, hard-working woman who posed no risk to the public. I mean... I think if someone nearly blinded a man because he guessed her age wrong, that person's a risk. Imagine what would happen if someone said something actually bad to her. If someone like called her ugly or fat or something like that, imagine what she would do. Not a danger to the public. The judges are women. The judges are women, so of course. However, she was spared jail and handed it. I've just read that. The judge told Dodd, it's obvious that you had been drinking heavily and fucking... And there was undoubtedly some verbal exchange between you and the other group. See that whole I was drunk thing? Back in my day, especially, fucking judge... That did not wash with any judge. Your Honour, I was steaming... Like, he would come down and smash you over the head with the gavel. Like, judges did not entertain that at all. But however, it's a woman, so, you know. You did not appreciate the comments made by Mr. Cooper, and one person's banter may be insulting to other people, but that did not justify what you then went on to do. Oh, well, there we go. Now we got the full fucking picture. Thank you, Daily Mail. Fucking lying by omission. You were seen to be approaching him, throwing your drink over him, and then striking him deliberately in the face with the glass that you had. Your conduct was incomprehensible. The only explanation that can really be put forward is that you were under the influence of drink, which does you no credit. It was no doubt traumatic for Mr. Cooper, and it would have had an impact on him. Fortunately, he seems to have made a good recovery. I have seen the photo where the scar is barely noticeable, but to him it will be a constant reminder of your conduct on that night. There was a very unpleasant injury. It is a grave injury, but fortunately, there is no permanent disfigurement. The judge added, there is no mitigation about the circumstances of the offence itself, but there is mitigation in relation to you. You are a woman with no previous convictions, you have never been in a court of law before, and you have positive good character. It is accepted that you are a dedicated, hard-working woman and undoubtedly a loving mother. Jesus Christ, I wish I had a judge this nice. The judge at the end of my trial literally said nothing nice about me whatsoever. Because I believe he was a brother. But anyway, it is right that you were remorseful from the beginning of the events at the police station. There is no doubt that this offence is so serious that it crosses the custody threshold. The issue is whether the sentence is immediate or can be suspended. There can be no doubt in this case that you are no risk to the public and that this offence was entirely out of character, and I suspect that having been so shaken by your own conduct, the court will never see you again. Let's fucking hope not. Perhaps more importantly, you are the mother of a young child. There you go, there it is. Although no doubt the child would be taken care of, an immediate term of imprisonment would have a devastating effect on your child. It would be disproportionate to the sentence that needs to be imposed. The incident occurred on September 9th last year when Dodd was out with her sister at the Unicorn pub in Manchester city centre. Prosecutor Emma Clark said Carol Cooper and his friend Stuart Coleman were in the beer garden and the defendant was intoxicated. Mr. Cooper and his friends were having a light-hearted conversation with the defendant's sister before the conversation turned to age. Mr. Cooper guessed the ages of the two women, and this is the mistake you make. You get loads of cougars and all that. Right. This is what you're supposed to do, gentlemen. Right. Back when I was single, I liked a cougar. Right. I don't know what it was, man. There was just something about older women, but it's a bit. But anyway, you always lowball. You always lowball the. How old do you think I am? 33. Away, I'm 41. I'll be like, yeah, I know. Right, you lowball. That's what you're supposed to do, right? When you're trying to fire into a cougar, you lowball. Right, this is the mistake he made, right? Because if you guess too high, they get pissed off and try and blind you, right? That's what you're supposed to do. But anyway, like, what? Judge me for my fucking taste, man. Shut up. Mr. Cooper guessed the ages of the two women, but the defendant took offence at Mr. Cooper's guess. The conversation then became heated from there, and she told Mr. Cooper that she would glass him. He went to the toilet to get away from the situation, and the defendant and her sister proceeded to the main bar area. But she caught sight of Mr. Cooper as he left the toilet and immediately ran towards him, striking him twice in the face with a glass, causing a laceration to the face and narrowly missing his eye. The defendant left the Unicorn pub shortly after the attack and was subsequently arrested at a Tesco store a short time later. The injury to Mr. Cooper's face was treated with stitches. Dodd was sentenced to 12 months in prison, suspended for 12 months, and was ordered to complete 180 hours of unpaid work. She was also ordered to pay £800 in compensation to her victim. Her barrister, Mark French, said... So far as the offence itself was concerned, it may be a case where the less said, the better. But the events since that time remain very firmly in the mind of Miss Dodd. She deeply regrets this and apologises profusely to the complainant for her actions on that day. It may be said that some of what had been termed banter between them was rather disobliging, but the defendant does not seek to excuse or explain her actions. There was also an unfortunate coalition of factors that were impacting on the defendant on that occasion. There were issues in relation to the loss of her father and issues of self-esteem and self-worth. The loss of her good character and the way she has a burden she carries very severely. In reality, this court can be most assured that Miss Dodd will not darken the doors of the court or any other court in the future. Well, let's just hope so. I nearly got blinded in a glassing back when I used to do the doors. This was years ago. And I'm worried about saying the name of the place. Right, it was the Red Triangle in Cumbernauld. I used to do the doors of the Red Triangle ages ago. And one thing I've said many times before is when you're a bouncer, 9 out of every 10 fights are caused by a woman. Either somebody's dating somebody and the ex-boyfriend's there, or the new girlfriend's there, blah, blah, fucking blah. Or a guy's girlfriend is giving it a fucking bit of that. And then the boyfriend has to step in to sort out the bullshit that she just fucking started, right? Never be around drunk women, right? Just never be around them. They're nothing but trouble. But basically what happened was, big boy came in and there was some, like, he was there with a new girlfriend or something, or like she was, or like she was his ex or something. I didn't get the whole story, right? Because I had about 8 different people shouting it at me from like different angles. But what ended up happening was the guy, her ex, big fucking brutier boy. Fucking big lad. That's why when I ran in, I was like, ah shit, it's the big guy. Man, this is the one thing I didn't want to happen, right? But basically, there was a huge melee fucking kicking off, and we were in and we were just like dragging people out. We don't bother with the women fighting because he trying to separate women fighting when it's that fucking massive fucking nails and hair and everything. It's like trying to solve a fucking Rubik's Cube, trying to get them apart. Fuck that shit. But while I'm breaking it up and I'm trying to like pull all the guys away for the big guy, I see this fucking girl running up the back, right? Now, this was impressive, right? I'll give her this. It was impressive. She ran, stood on the chair, jumped off the table, so basically alley-ooped up on both of them, flew through the fucking air with a tumbler in her hand, and just smashes it right down on the big guy's head, right? But the big guy is standing right in front of me, and all the glass just comes flying right towards my face, and I shut my eyes just in time. Just in time. I had lots of little tiny, like, cuts around my eyes, but I even had one there, like, on my eyelid. So I nearly got eyes full of glass. And funnily enough, that helped diffuse the fight because people saw what just happened and everyone went, because they thought, oh shit, we've just blinded the fucking bouncer and all that. And after that, it did calm down. And I was fine. I was fine. Like, people grabbed me and immediately went, are you okay? And they were washing my eyes out. And I was fine. I was all right. Fortunately, but that could have went very, very badly. But as for this woman, yeah, completely fucked up and shite what she did over something so fucking minor and basic. However, I think the thing that saved her was she has a young child. And that's why, at first I was kind of like, nah, fuck this bitch. Send her to fucking prison, scarring a man for life because he said the wrong age. However, the fact that she has a young child, yeah, okay, you get a little bit of a pass for that. But then your job is to be an excellent role model for your child, which means not glassing people and trying to fucking blind them because they guessed your age wrong.